During a recent visit to Washington, two ministers from Liberia say the country is making significant progress under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, but they say they still need assistance of the international community. Liberia is heading for its second post-war election in October, and government ministers came to Washington recently to make the case to the U.S. Congress, Liberia diaspora and others for continued international support and re-election of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Finance Minister Augustine Ngafuan says the administration inherited a negative legacy and an economy in a state of free fall.
We had our gross domestic product collapsing practically by almost 90%. The annual revenues of government stood around 18 million versus a debt burden of almost 5 billion. Our debt indicators were one of the most unsustainable in the world.
But Liberia has made great strides since then, according to Planning and Economic Affairs Minister Amara Konneh. He says the government adopted an aggressive development strategy from the onset, aimed at restructuring the security, the economy, governance and infrastructure, which had a zero budget in the fiscal year ending 2005.
Today, we have about $40 million in our national budget with support from our development partner, the World Bank, the European Union and the Americans. Today we have about 50 miles of paved primary roads. We have rehabilitated all of the Monrovia streets. Thanks again to the World Bank for their support. We have rehabilitated about 1,000 miles of primary lateral roads across the country.
Opposition groups dispute the claims of gains under Sirleaf and are promising to do better. Some question Sirleaf's commitment to fighting corruption and her openness to opposition based on an upcoming referendum that may amend the constitution in a way that opponents say could help re-elect Sirleaf. But Ngafuan refutes this, saying the government has established an anti-corruption commission and is openly democratic.
We have multi-party situation to the extent that almost every week you hear one person announcing that he or she wants to be president. Before, it was treasonable to even say you wanted to be president. We have a vibrant media.
As for social progress, Minister Konneh says while poverty and unemployment are still high, life has improved for many Liberians.
61% of our population now has access to safe drinking water. We have sanitation facilities have gone up from 7% of the population in 2003 to about 40% today. Life expectancy, according to the Economic Intelligence Unit, has gone up from about 52 years in 2000 to around 59 years today.
But some, like Lansana Koroma of Sierra Leone, do not want to see Sirleaf run again. He accuses her of supporting the war in neighboring Sierra Leone, for which former Liberian President Charles Taylor is facing charges at The Hague. A Truth and Reconciliation Commission report recommends that Sirleaf be barred from holding public office for 30 years for her role in the conflict.
She is the one supported Charles Taylor to fight. Charles Taylor went to Sierra Leone. And there was no referendum in Liberia for Charles Taylor to be tried for Sierra Leone war and not Liberia war. And that was done because they don't want Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to be tried.
Event organizer Bernadette Paulo of the Africa Society urges the international community to continue its support.
In 5 years, it would be our collective hope that Liberia becomes a country with a significant investment portfolio, that it continue to be stable, and that the Liberian people enjoy the standard of living that they have strived to attain for many years.
Other panelists at the discussion were congressional staff members Pearl Alice Marsh and Gregory Simpkins, and also William Bull, Liberia's ambassador to the United States.